Welcome back once again to Waterhouse Field in Biddeford on Time Warner Cable of Maine's Game of the Week. A beautiful day for a football game. Sunny, a slight breeze. Temperature at game time is about 70 degrees. As you see the captains on the field. And as we mentioned in the pregame, this will be the 90th meeting between these two schools. And I have been fortunate enough to be involved in this rivalry since 1988. And for me, with deep sadness that I say this is my 16th and final Battle of the Bridge game. I'm retiring at the end of the season to spend more time with my family, and I will miss it deeply. A very difficult decision, but this is it for me, and I wanted to thank all the people of the Biddeford football community and everyone involved. It's certainly been great. Don Wilson, the athletic director, Mike Landry, Brian Currett, who I have great respect for as a person and a coach and as a good friend of mine, the rest of the coaching staff, and everyone else. It's been an awful lot of fun, Ron. I'm going to miss it.
Well, Eric, I'm sure the entire community of Biddeford is going to miss you because you've been, part of the program for the last 13 years, and we're certainly going to miss your professional work here.
Yeah, we've got a few more games to take care of, hopefully, and we're going to have our national anthem for this one and be back with the kickoff right after that. Doesn't get much better than this. The Battle of the Bridge for the 90th time this afternoon. Biddeford in the black uniforms, Thornton Academy in the white and gold. Both teams coming here with records of 4 wins and 3 losses. As we mentioned, they both locked up playoff spots. It's just a matter of where they are going to finish. So we are in line for a very good football game. You got to think that Thornton Academy would kind of like to win one here, Ron. They lost a very tough 7-0 game last year to Biddeford, and it goes back all the way to 1991 since the Thornton team has beaten Biddeford. So I'm sure that they would like nothing more than to come away with a win today.
Well, I'm sure they're real hungry for a victory, and when you have a rivalry like this, and as you mentioned, it's been 9 years since they've beaten Biddeford, and I think I'm sure they're hungry and ready to get one.
Biddeford has not lost at home to Thornton Academy since November of 1986. So they've won all 9 home contests in the last 13-plus years. Biddeford will receive the opening kickoff to start the ball game. Jeff Robinson, a senior, number 41, will kick off with Thornton Academy. A trio of players back for the Tigers, including Nick Bukovalis, Terry Deneen, and Michael Jen. And the 90th Battle of the Bridge is underway. Jin catches the kick at the 5. And he is tackled at the 23-yard line. And that is where we will take a look at the lineups for both of these ball clubs for you. And we will take care of that a little bit later on as the Tigers will start off 1st and 10 from just outside their 28-yard line. Tigers a 25-18 winner over Bonnie Eagle a week ago to help secure their playoff berth.
Well, the Tigers are lining up in a wishbone set, and they're unbalanced to the Trojan sideline.
The handoff is to Bukavalis on first down. He gets 3 or 4 yards before he is taken down by Brian Szynski, junior defensively for Thornton Academy. A key player that they've gotten back, we didn't talk about in the pregame, was Frank Bailey, who hurt himself in preseason, played a couple of plays against Noble in the first game, came back last week. Senior captain, certainly good to have him back on the line.
Well, I'm sure Frank is real excited about being here. Last year he had a major injury that kept him out throughout most of the season, and now he's back.
Second down and 7 for Biddeford. Makos rolls left. Looking for a man, and he's got him, and that is a complete pass. Danny Ryan, the sophomore, catching it for a first down.
Well, Danny's got great hands and made a great catch there. Nice pass by D. And you know what Thornton needs to do is they need to contain D. Makos a little better, not allow him to get to the corner and roll out, which gives him plenty of time to see his receiver and complete the pass.
Thornton Trojans, under the leadership of head coach Kevin Kiesel, spent 6 years as an assistant at Thornton Academy and taken over this year his first head coaching experience, and of course for the Tigers, Brian Curett, the head man. First and 10, fake to the fullback. Makos under pressure, a lot of pursuit from Thornton, and Szynski finally rolls him out, but actually Makos did a decent job of just getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, D's capable of doing that. You know, he likes to scramble and do his own thing and reverse his field, and you know, out of nothing, he gained a good 3 yards.
So they give Makos 3 yards on that play up to the 39-yard line. Opening drive of the afternoon. We're just a minute and 18 seconds into this one.
Well, Thornton's in their basic 4-4 defense. They have 4 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, and 3 deep in the secondary.
Makos rolls right. Keeps the football. Nice fake of the pitch, and that's actually a very fine play made by Stephen Skarks, a junior, to tackle Makos.
Well, outstanding play there by number 77, Skarks. It looked like the option was there, and D was going to turn it up, and I thought Thornton did a nice job pursuing to the football.
Pickup of a couple on the play for Makos up to the 42-yard line. It'll bring up third down and about 5 for the Tigers.
Well, they're in double wing formation with a slot on one side.
Deneen goes in motion, and Makos gives to Jonathan Leesoff, the fullback, and he is shy of the first down. So to force Biddeford into a punting situation.
Well, a good defensive series there by Thornton Academy, holding the Tigers to 1 first down, and now we're going to see the Trojans on offense.
And the wind is blowing from right to left, so kind of in the Tigers' face. So Makos will be kicking into a wind. TJ Metcalf back deep for Thornton at his 25. Good snap. No pressure. Makos, a nice kick into the wind. You see it knocked it down a little bit. And that almost hit a Thornton player, but it is down by Biddeford at the 32-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will take over on offense. The Thornton offense rated number 8 in Western Maine Class A, averaging 16.5 points a game. The Biddeford defense also rated 8th. They have been allowing 22.6 points a game through the first 7 regular season games. So we will see Dan Foley for the first time in 4 contests, coming back after that thigh contusion. Very talented left-handed senior captain quarterback.
We'll see how effective he is from that injury, Eric.
First down, he gives to one of the tailbacks, and that picks up a couple. Jeremy Lowell, a senior for the Trojans, on the carry. You see a lot of backs get rotated in and out for Thornton Academy. You'll see Metcalf, Chaz Cormier, Tyler McKinney, Pat Davis. All of those players will probably see some time in the backfield.
Well, they're a run-oriented team. They like to run the option. You know, it remains to be seen how much they will use that today with Foley just coming back from that injury.
Robinson and Sharofsky wide to the left on 2nd and 9. And again, they go to Lowell, and maybe a yard or 2 at best.
Well, the Tiger defense is doing a real nice job up front, preventing the Thornton Academy backs from getting much yardage.
This is a big, experienced interior line for Thornton Academy. Its center is Chris Huppy, 175-pound senior. Your guards, Stephen Skarks, a 215-pound junior. Matt Duras, a 200-pound senior. Bill Dow, a 215-pound senior at one tackle, and Trapper Pelletier, a 250-pound senior at the other tackle. Third down and a long 8 for Thornton. Foley keeps it and fumbles the football. And that's recovered by Biddeford. Michael Ginn picks up the ball.
Well, a key defensive play there by the Tigers, recovering that football, and they've got the ball in real good field position. Thornton was executing the option play, and Dan Foley was going to keep the ball, and I'm not sure if he got hit. Eric just lost the ball.
It came out, scored it about 5 or 6 yards forward. Michael Ginn ends up recovering it for the Tigers. So an early turnover. Let's see if the Tigers can put some points on the board as a result of it. They'll have the ball at the Thornton 43, 7:56 left in a scoreless first quarter.
We're in the trips formation, 3 wideouts.
Makos rolls right. Got a couple of receivers. Dumps it off for Kerry Deneen, and that's caught at the 30 for a first down. Boy, Makos just waited until Kerry Deneen saw seam and made that cut.
Well, again, D's have a lot of time to throw. They've got him rolling out, and as he's rolling out, he's just looking and just picking the open receiver. And really, he's got a lot of time to throw, and I think Thornton's going to have to do a much better job of containing on the corner and making D throw maybe a little quicker than he is.
A pickup of 14 yards on the pass play. The ball is at the 29-yard line for first and 10. Here's Lezot. Busts it up the gut. Lezot up to the 21-yard line. Nice carry by the senior fullback.
Nice run there by John Lezot. Tough, hard running, and again, the offensive line doing a real nice job of opening up holes.
That is a pickup of 7 down to about the 21-yard line. So it's going to be third and about 3 for the Tigers from the right hash mark. Patrick Marcotte, the center, looks back to Makos. Ginn is wide to the left in double slot. Misdirection to Bukavalis. A little bit of room on the right side. Bukavalis appears to have the first down. Let's see where they mark it. Nick Bukavalis with a big 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown a week ago that gave Biddeford a crucial win over Bonnie Eagle.
Well, they ran an outside counter play, and Nick did a real nice job of finding the hole.
The counter play works for a first down. Ball is now at the Thornton Academy 17-yard line. Bukavalis will come off the field and get a little bit of a rest as Danny Ryan comes in, and now Biddeford will line up in an I formation.
This is a new wrinkle offensively for the Tigers.
Makos, he's going to try a quarterback draw. He does run with a football, eludes one tackler, and is pushed out of bounds by Szynski at the 15.
Well, again, D making a play out of nothing, really. He scrambled and, again, got a good 3 or 4 yards.
They mark it all the way down to the 13-yard line. So a pickup of 4. So with 6.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter, Biddeford will have second and about 6. Deneen off, Bukavalis back in. Biddeford now in the same formation. Oh, now they'll split Ginn out to the left, but they're still in the I in the backfield.
Yeah, they're I formation in the backfield. They've got twins as receivers out towards the Thornton sideline.
They give to Bukavalis. Big hole. Bukavalis to the 5. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, a real nice hole there by the offensive line, and Bukavalis went right up the chute for the touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run by Nick Bukavalis makes it 6-0 Biddeford.
Well, the Tigers showing a new wrinkle offensively. They haven't shown the I formation all season, and They've used it a few times here in this first period and effective on that touchdown run.
And Craig Willette's extra point is good. And with 6:28 remaining here in the first quarter of play, Biddeford has taken an early 6-0 lead. So the turnover hurts, Ron. Biddeford goes 43 yards in 5 plays to score.
Well, you got to stay away from mistakes, and at this early part of the game, Thornton made a crucial one by giving Biddeford the ball in real good field position.
And both of these teams have been hurt by mistakes earlier in the season. Biddeford, those first couple of games, had a lot of problems holding onto the football. Thornton kind of experienced that same thing against Massabesic, Ron. They played a great game, led after 3 quarters, and kind of fumbled things away after that. As we see the replay of the touchdown by Bukovalis, really from up here we had a great view of it, Ron. Just a big hole for him to run through.
Yeah, huge hole, and the Biddeford offensive line, I think, is doing a real nice job of creating those holes for the Tiger backs.
So the Tigers to kick off, and senior Ryan Chessman will kick off for Biddeford. Kick comes to an up back at the 28-yard line. And Chaz Cormier is tackled at the 41, so Thornton will have decent field position here to start their second drive.
Yes, they've got good field position, 41-yard line, and they're in pretty good shape as far as what they can utilize offensively for plays.
Max Janelle into the game offensively for Thornton. He and Robinson are split wide to the right. And Foley tackled in the backfield. He fumbled, and Biddeford has it.
Well, Thornton, they were going to run the triple option to the tight end side, and again, Dan Foley was electing to keep the ball and fumbled again.
Mark Bissonette comes up with the fumble recovery. I think Peter St. Andre was in on the hit as well, so the Tigers with great field position at the Thornton 37.
Well, Dan Foley hasn't played in, in 3 weeks, and that's tough. He's a little rusty, I'm sure, and they've just got to bounce back.
And Jason Dupree took most of the snaps in practice this week as well, so as D. Makos picks up a couple on first down.
Yeah, Dan Foley's in a tough position, not having played for a few weeks and still not 100% with his leg injury, coming out here and giving the effort of, he's doing his best, and he's trying as hard as he can, and, again, it's still early in this ball game.
Yeah, big series defensively for Thornton here on. If they can hold the Tigers, that'll be a big boost to them. 2nd and 8.
Well, they're in their double slot formation, 2 wideouts, 2 slots.
Here's the fullback, Lezot. Not much there. Maybe a yard on that play.
Yeah, good job by the interior defensive line of Thornton Academy, shutting down John Lezot on a guard trap up the middle.
Jeremy Lowell, a senior, makes the tackle for Thornton Academy. Then you see the Biddeford huddle, and ball marked just inside the 35-yard line. So 3rd and long. So obviously a big play here for both clubs.
Well, this is a key play, for both teams. Thornton, I'm sure they're going to need to contain D. Makos here because it's a pass situation.
Again, the I formation with a slot back. Makos fakes to the fullback over the middle to Gin, and he had it and then lost it.
Oh, nice play. It was right in Michael Gin's hands and just couldn't hold on to it.
I wasn't sure how Makos was going to thread the needle. There were a lot of defenders.
There were a lot of Thornton defenders there, and D lofted it, and he really hit Michael Gin right in the numbers.
So it'll be 4th down, and Biddeford will try to pin Thornton Academy deep, so they are going to punt in this situation. Brian Skaczynski is back at the 10. Makos will try the coffin corner, and that looks like a pretty good kick. That's a great kick.
Excellent kick.
That's marked at about the 8 or 9 yard line. That's a wonderful kick.
Yeah, got the nice roll to go out of bounds and pin Thornton Academy deep in their territory.
So So Thornton, the turnover does not hurt them on the scoreboard, but it hurts them field position-wise. They were up near the 40, and now they are pinned back at the 8, which is where they will start this drive. .444 remaining first quarter action. Biddeford leading 7-0, thanks to the touchdown run by Nick Bukovalis. Foley brings him out and gives to Lowell, a halfback, and he is up to about the 14. Michael Ginn makes the tackle.
Well, a good opening play there by Thornton Academy, gaining a good 4 or 5 yards. They need some running room to get out of that deep territory.
2nd and 5. Janelle goes wide right. They move down out to the left side of the line. Biddeford shifts accordingly on defense. And Foley gives to Lowell again, and he got maybe a yard at best. So Lowell's had most of the carries here, Ron, in this first half.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little surprised with that, Eric, because Thornton is dominantly a fullback-oriented team, and
they've been primarily going to their halfbacks.
Right. They're utilizing those halfbacks a lot more today.
Now the single back there is Jeremy Lowell on 3rd and 4. Foley wants to throw. Now he's going to run. Tries to pop to the outside. Eric Willett in pursuit. Drags him down from behind for a loss.
Well, nice play there by the Tiger defense, and a good job by Eric Willett chasing down Dan Foley and not allowing him to get around the corner and pick up the first down.
So the Tigers should get excellent field position. There is still a breeze blowing from right to left. So Jeremy Lowell, who does the punting for Thornton, should have the wind at his back. Nick Bukovalis is at midfield to receive the punt.
I think they're going to try to block it.
They're coming. A nice high kick. Bukovalis calls for a fair catch.
Well, again, the Tigers have great field position, have the ball at midfield, and in fact in Thornton's territory. And when you have the ball in that position, your offense is wide open, and you can utilize any facet of the game that you want. So, really, field position has been a key so far in this period, and it's favored Biddeford side.
Yeah, the first quarter of the game has been pretty much played on the Thornton half of the field. Biddeford is really short in the field here,
which puts a little more pressure on Thornton's defense to do a good job in containing the Tiger offense.
From the 46, it's 1st and 10. Here's the fullback, Lizot, and that was not a fumble. That was very close. It appeared that Pat Davis, the senior captain, had almost stripped the ball, but they say no, the man was down.
Yeah, the Thornton staff's not happy with that call. They wanted that fumble, but to no avail.
2:10 remaining in the first quarter. Biddeford leading 7-0. Thanks for joining us here on Time Warner Cable of Maine's Game of the Week, the annual Battle of the Bridge between Thornton Academy and Biddeford High School. 2nd down and call it 6 for the Tigers.
Well, they come out there. They're trips formation, 3 wide receivers to one side.
Michael Ginn, a little flanker screen, makes a couple of nice moves, and is about a yard shy of a first down. That was a nice individual effort.
Well, great individual effort by Michael Ginn. He's a good athlete, and they threw him the ball in the little stay pattern, and he did his thing. There was a couple of missed tackles there by Thornton Academy, because Thornton was right there defending that, and to Michael Ginn's credit, he made a couple of nice moves.
3rd and 1. I think Biddeford might go to their power formation here. Jeff Labby, Peter St. Ange, and Steve Smittle all into the game, and they will line up in the tee.
Oh, they've been utilizing this formation throughout the season.
Here's Lizot, and that is plenty enough for a first down. Skaczynski and Davis make the tackle again.
Well, nice hole there, and tough piece of running there by John Lezot. And another first down for the Tigers.
So ball is now at the Thornton 33-yard line. Less than a minute remaining. It is 7-0 Biddeford. That scoreboard should read 7-0. Bukavalis in motion. Counter play. Deneen lost the football. Scampers after it and fortunately recovered it.
Well, he lost the ball going through the hole, and as you mentioned, he recovered his own fumble. Huge hole there, Eric. Again, I'm very impressed with the Tiger offensive line. They're doing a real nice job against the defensive line of Thornton Academy, opening up holes.
I think that was the reason that he could recover his own fumble, is because there was such a big hole there. There wasn't a defender that was close enough to react to it.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
So the Thornton defense trying to regroup here and stop the Tigers, as Biddeford now with the ball at the 33 at 2nd and 10. That is going to signify the end of the first quarter of play, and what we are going to do is go down to the sidelines to Jay Harper for this interview with the Tigers leading Thornton 7-0. Jay?
All right, Eric. Right now we talked to athletic trainer Matt Cook, and Matt's telling about Dan Foley. So far the high thigh contusion is okay. He's got tendonitis in his patella, but he seems okay. The mobility all right, but it's just right now struggling, taking a little time from the weeks off to get into the offense. And right now Thornton Academy's offense is having troubles. Meanwhile, Biddeford doing a great job and a good first quarter of play for the Tigers.
All right, thank you very much, Jay. Our score after one quarter, the Tigers leading the Trojans 7-0.
TJ Pizza, homemade goodness in every bite. You love our pizza and french fries too, made fresh by you, Ray, and there's more for you. Bring your family, bring your friends to TJ Pizza, where the fun never ends. TJ Pizza, homemade goodness in every bite.
7-0 is our scores. We start the second quarter of play from Waterhouse Field in Biddeford. Eric Nelson, Ron Cody, Jay Harper on the sidelines for this afternoon's annual Battle of the Bridge. We changed sides of the field, and I know that Thornton Academy hoping that the changing of the field may be changing of their fortunes a little bit here on the first quarter, kind of dominated by Biddeford.
There's no question Biddeford's defense is, I thought, has done a real nice job of containing Thornton Academy's offense. And again, you know, that injury report that we just got from Jay, you know, Dan Foley's got to get back into the swing of things here. He's been a little rusty, and he's going to need a little confidence and get back into the flow of his offense.
Hey, what he needs is to run a number of plays. I think stay on the field for a while.
Right.
That's what he needs to do. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. Makos rolls right, has some backside pursuit. Oh, he's in big trouble, and the ball is fumbled. It's loose at the 45 and recovered by Thornton.
Well, there's a big defensive play there by Thornton Academy. Couple of defensive linemen chasing D. Makos, hitting him in the backside and fumbling the ball. And I believe it was Jeremy Lowell who came up with that big fumble. So that's a big play there for the Trojans. Big
change in momentum there. Thornton Academy causing the fumble, and Lowell with the recovery at the Thornton 43.
And now field position has changed. Thornton Academy's got good field position in Biddeford territory.
Foley pitches halfback option. Under pressure, lobs it up and incomplete. Tigers just had real good pursuit on that play as TJ Metcalf tried to throw the ball.
Well, you know, real good pursuit by the Tigers, and well covered too in the secondary, so he really had nowhere to throw. He threw that one up for grabs, and luckily the Biddeford defense didn't pick that ball off. I don't think the Tigers were fooled by that play. I think they've got that in their scouting reports that when TJ Metcalf comes in the game, he's very capable of throwing the football.
Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10 for the Trojans. Two wideouts to the bottom of the screen. Metcalf goes in motion. And there is the fullback on the play, and Lowell plunges ahead for about a yard. But I think, getting back to my point earlier, I think what what would do Dan Foley a lot of good is to be in there for more than just 3 plays, Ron, to get in there, to get a few first downs and to kind of get into a rhythm and get back into that game type of atmosphere.
You're absolutely right. He's got to get into a flow. He's got to get that rhythm back, and as he does that, and if they can pick up some first downs, he'll gain his confidence back, and which is what he needs.
3rd and 9 for Thornton. Foley's going to throw. Man, wide open in the right flat to the 30, to the 20, and Bukovalis finally pushes Chas Cormier out of bounds. That's a huge play for the Trojans.
Well, he was wide open in the flat area. Foley running a little play action pass, faking to the fullback, and hitting Cormier out in the flats for a big gain.
Wow, from the 42 down to the 14, so a 28-yard pass play from Foley to Cormier, and a very nicely called play by offensive coordinator Craig Agresti. Cormier was just wide open, had a lot of room to run.
Well, that's their first down, Eric, that Thornton Academy has gotten so far in this game.
This is the deepest penetration of the game for Thornton as well. From the 14, another fumble, and Foley pounces on it. He had trouble with the exchange between he and I believe Lowell.
Well, they're running the option, and it looks like they're almost reading the option, which means that Dan Foley decides whether he's going to give the ball to the fullback or keep it himself. And there's a little miscommunication there between the quarterback and the fullback. And again, they were lucky that they still get the ball on that play.
Loss of 2 after the fumble. It's 2nd down and 12. Foley gives to the second back through, and that is Pat Davis. And he gets back a couple of yards past the original line of scrimmage.
Well, they're in 4-down territory, so they got 2 downs to try to pick up this, 8 yards for the first down.
Max Janelle will bring the play in for Thornton Academy. Reed Shurovsky out of the game. So a big 3rd down conversion here for Thornton Academy. Janelle goes wide right. Foley fakes to the fullback, dumping it over for Metcalf, and that ball is caught, and he is not a touchdown, but right at the goal line.
Well, outstanding play there by Thornton Academy, and they sent the halfback in motion, reversed his direction, and Steve Smittle picked him up, but picked him up a little late, and was beaten, and Dan Foley laid the ball perfectly.
A pretty pass. That was a pretty pass, Ron. Nice touch by Foley. So they are virtually on the 1-yard line, or even closer here on 1st and goal. Tyler McKinney, touchdown, Thornton Academy. So Tyler McKinney, his first play on offense, his first carry, and scores a touchdown.
Well, Thornton Academy executed a couple of key plays in that drive, and both of them were pass plays. One hitting Cormier in the flats for a big play, and this last play, pass play that got them to the 1-yard line. And this is exactly what we mentioned. This is exactly what Dan Foley needed.
Yeah, great boost of confidence here, completing 2 crucial passes on the drive. Dan St. Hour's extra point is perfect, and with 8:50 remaining in the second quarter of play, it is all tied up at 7. So we're having ourselves quite a barn burner here. The turnover hurts Biddeford.
Well,
so both teams have capitalized on turnovers. We're going to go down to the field to Jay Harper. Jay?
You see there, Dan Foley getting the repetitions and starting to throw the ball well. His confidence back up. Thornton Academy to tie it up. And playing at this field is probably one of the best places to play a high school football game. The crowd right on top of it, the huge proximity of it really makes a difference for these kids. And Ron, I'm sure you remember all the games you coached on the sideline. I remember playing back here in '78. The most fun to play, even though you're at Biddeford's home field for Thornton Academy players.
Well, you're absolutely right, Jay. I can remember in the bus, I was telling Eric prior to the game, you're coming into the field, and they're lined up. The bleachers are filled. They're lined up along the fence, and you just get yourself pumped up because the electricity is in the air.
And it couldn't be any tighter as we are tied at 7. The kickoff bounces to Michael Ginn just outside the 20, and no return there by Ginn. That was an outstanding tackle made by Chaz Cormier, and the Tigers will take over offensively in a deadlocked game.
Well, that was a tough kick to handle. One of those squibbers and bouncing all over the place, and not allowing Michael Ginn to, to use his talents to get any yardage whatsoever.
So again, we hope you're enjoying our multiple camera coverage here from Waterhouse Field in Biddeford. 3 cameras on the field. Jay Harper graciously joining us on the sidelines with his reports. We hope you enjoy his insights throughout this afternoon's contest. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Here's the fullback, and that's a fumble. Loose ball recovered by Thornton. Number 43, who I do not have in the program, recovers the fumble for Thornton Academy.
Well, that was a guard trap up the. That was a guard trap up the middle by John Lezard, and he fumbled the ball.
So Biddeford has fumbled on consecutive plays here, Ron. Their last play from scrimmage, they fumbled as well. So Thornton Academy, it's funny how second quarter, a polar opposite of the first quarter.
Well, so far, both teams have capitalized on fumbles, both of them creating touchdowns, and right now Thornton has the ball in real good field position.
From the Biddeford 28 and a penalty flag. That is our first penalty of the afternoon, and I believe we have offside on the defense is what the call is going to be. Looks like a Tiger jumped offside. Rick Olfeen, the referee for this afternoon's game, and that's what it is. Offside against the Tigers. So that gets Thornton Academy 5 yards closer to the end zone.
Well, momentum has shifted here, Eric, and again, caused by 2 mistakes, by fumbles. When you give the team the ball in real good field position, and you can capitalize on that, that's a big advantage.
1st and 5, Foley under pressure. Eludes the sack, but finally is gobbled up by Patrick Marcotte and company.
Well, real nice job there by Patrick Marcotte and a number of other Biddeford defenders pursuing Dan Foley and not allowing him to turn the corner or even allow him to throw the football.
Mark Bissonette also in on that sack, and that is a loss of 7, so they go from 1st and 5 after the penalty to 2nd and 12.
That's a big defensive play there, Eric. 1st and 5, now it's 2nd and 12. You're calling different plays here now.
2 wide outs to the left. Foley gives to his fullback, Davis, and Smiddle and Willette make the tackle for Biddeford.
Well, the Tigers are extremely tough up the middle and doing a real nice job of not allowing the fullback to get any yardage whatsoever. There's no question coming into this game, Coach Curran's defensive plan is that not to allow the fullback to beat them. And right now they're doing a real good job of doing that.
3rd down and about 8 for Thornton as they are in 4-down territory, so basically they're going to have 2 cracks at a 1st down here. Metcalf goes in motion, and Foley looks that way to his left, lofting it up for Metcalf. That catch is caught! An incredible catch by Metcalf.
Unbelievable catch, Eric. Unbelievable catch. The ball was knocked up out in the air, and just an unbelievable catch.
That is amazing. It looked like Bukovalis had come over from his safety spot, tipped the ball, and I don't know how he did it, but T.J. Metcalf catches it inside the 5.
Well, I thought that play was very well defended by the Tigers. It got tipped, and again, great catch. Great catch.
That is a fantastic catch, and Thornton's going to have it 1st and goal from the 2. Here's McKinney, touchdown Thornton. Boy, they bring in McKinney to score the points, and he's got 2 quick scores, and Biddeford turnovers hurting them big time as it's now 13-7.
Well, again, Eric, you know, both teams have capitalized on mistakes, and there's been 3 huge mistakes in this game, 3 fumbles. Biddeford scoring after Thornton's fumble, and Thornton scoring twice after Biddeford's fumbles.
Yeah, so teams have capitalized. Let's go down to the field to Jay Harper. Jay.
Well, Eric, on that last possession right there, Coach Curran telling his defense to settle down after the 2 turnovers, but they struggled there. Another big pass play by Foley, and a great catch by Metcalf. He struggled earlier in the year catching the football. He comes up with a circus catch, and the Trojans have taken the lead.
Boy, do you remember a catch like that in the past, Jay? That was a fantastic concentration from Metcalf. Oh, I guess Jay cannot hear us, but it was, regardless, that was a remarkable catch, Ron.
Well, you know, you see some of those catches in the pros, Eric, where you know, the ball's tipped, and some of those guys make circus catches, as Jay's mentioned, and that certainly was a circus catch.
Yeah, Dan St. Hours added the extra point, and within a 2-minute span, 2 Biddeford fumbles have turned into 2 Thornton touchdowns, and the Trojans now lead at 14-7 midway through the second quarter. So far, this has lived up to its billing. Jeff Robinson to kick off. Punches it to Ginn at the 16. Oh, a great open field tackle by the Trojans. That is number 31, Dustin Giroux, a sophomore, makes a great open field tackle.
Yeah, real nice coverage by Thornton Academy's kickoff team. Again, you know, you get Michael Ginn in the open field, and he can do some things, and Thornton's doing a real nice job of not allowing Michael to do that.
The Tiger offense needs to hold on to the football. They have fumbled on their last 2 plays. They will start from the 20.
Well, they're a slot one side and a tight end wing to the other side.
Deneen in motion, and he gets the football. Deneen squirts up the middle for a very nice pickup of about 7.
Well, nice hold there by the offensive line, and Kerry Deneen got a good piece of yardage there.
They give him 7 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 3. Biddeford dominated the first quarter, led 7-0, and so far through the first 6 minutes of the second quarter, it's been all Thornton Academy as they've answered with 2 touchdowns.
Well, it's a game of momentum, and right now momentum is favoring Thornton's side, but things change very quickly throughout a ball game.
Deneen again in motion. This time it's Lizot, the fullback, and he struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, Pat Davis and Chaz Cormier helping to make the tackle for Thornton Academy, along with Stefan Skarks, number 77. On 3rd and 1, they're going to bring in the big package here on 3rd and short.
Right, they're straight T formation, and they bring in Jeff Labby and Peter St. Onge, and keep John Lizot in the game. So, as you mentioned, their big package is their short yardage package.
3rd and 1. They need to get to the 30. St. Onge, I don't think he got it.
It's going to be close, Eric, depending on where they mark the ball, and it looks like a couple of inches short.
Yep. They will not measure. He's that short. Morrill Harper, a junior, made a nice tackle to stop St. Onge, and Biddeford will punt. I like this decision, Ron. I mean, you've got the wind at your back. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to give him the ball again right at the 30-yard line, so they're going to punt it away.
Well, yeah, you can't, you know, that's a good decision by Coach Curd. You can't gamble this early in the game, and there's plenty of time left.
Very, very nice kick by Makos. Taken at the 28-yard line by Skaczynski, and he gets about 4 yards before he's ridden out of bounds. So a nice kick by D. Makos turns out to be about a 42-yard punt.
There's certainly no time right now for the Tigers to panic. There's plenty of time left in this ball game. They're only down by 7 points, and again, you know, a very nice kick there by D. Makos, and field position has changed now.
We'd like to thank our Game of the Week sponsors: York Hospital, Brady Screen Print and Embroidery, TJ's Pizza, Litchfield's Restaurant, Union Bluff Hotel, Restaurant and Pub, Mike's Clam Shack, Eldridge Lumber and Hardware, Adams TV and Appliance, Lighthouse Depot, The Main Diner, Biddeford Saco Savings, the Gene Knapp Agency, and the Lobster Bar and Restaurant. Thanks. to our sponsors for making Game of the Week possible. Foley's going to throw on first down. Overthrows the intended receiver, St. Hours.
Again, Thornton went back to that same pass play where they hit, I think it was Cormier out in the flats, and this time Nick Bucavalis covered him, and the pass was incomplete.
So second down and 10 for the Trojans. As we mentioned, the loser will probably finish 8th and have to play one of the big boys. The winner will get seated much higher, so a lot at stake here this afternoon. Foley gives to the fullback, and it looks like Davis, and he gets up to the 35. Very interesting, Ron, that Tyler McKinney, who played fullback in the second half of last week's game and gained 85 yards against Deering. We've seen him for 2 plays, both on short goal line situations. He scored twice, and we haven't seen him at fullback any other time.
I know. I'm a little surprised by that, Eric. You know, I expected McKinney to be in there at fullback, unless he's, you know, nursing an injury too.
Could be.
You know, we don't know that.
We're unaware of. Yeah. 3rd and 6 for the Trojans. St. Hours in motion. Give goes to the fullback, and boy, what a great tackle made, I believe, by Dominic DeChambeau.
Wow, that was a very good tackle by Dominic DeChambeau, because that prevented Pat Davis from getting a first down. Had DeChambeau not tackled him on that play, he was gone for at least a first down, if not more.
So the Tiger defense holds, and Thornton Academy will be forced to punt. 3:23 remaining, first half action. Thornton leading Biddeford 14-7. Jeremy Lowell to kick for the Trojans. Nick Bucavalis back at the 30 to receive it. He's the only man deep. Biddeford sends 7 rushers. A high kick that gets caught up in the wind. The Tigers have to be very careful they don't touch this. And it's down by St. Hours at the 40. So the Tigers have decent field position here, around with 3 minutes left.
Well, you know, the wind is definitely a factor in the punting game.
And we do have a penalty flag, apparently.
Yeah, I believe it's on Thornton Academy.
And I think if it is, Biddeford,
they'll probably make him kick it again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Eric, what they're going to decide here, but that's...
Looks like illegal procedure against Thornton. Legal procedure declined. They will take the result of the play. So the penalty is not accepted. Tigers will take over just inside the 40.
Well, pretty good field position there by the Biddeford offense, and with 3 minutes left on the clock, let's see if the Tigers can get anything going here.
Danny Ryan and Michael Ginn are the wideouts in this formation.
Well, they're in their double slot formation.
Straight drop for Makos. Out to the right, intended for Ginn. That's incomplete. He was covered by Cormier.
Oh, pretty well covered there. Chad's Cormier, the outside backer, got out in the flats and did a nice job of getting to the out on that pass play.
Incomplete pass stops the clock. 2:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, Ron and I will have our halftime statistics for you. That's coming up at the conclusion of the half. Full house backfield on 2nd and 10.
They're unbalanced to one side with a wishbone set.
Makos, plenty of time, trying to set up a screen. Maybe no, he hits Ryan for a first down at the 46.
Well, Danny Ryan was the only receiver that went out, and D. Makos did a real nice job of connecting that pass, and Danny did a great job of catching the ball. That was a big play there by the Biddeford offense.
Boy, that's really relying heavily on your receiver, obviously, Ron, because a lot of people to cover him. Makos had time, and Ryan got open.
Yes, he did.
From the 46-yard line, that play picked up about a dozen, I believe, as Makos picks up the loose ball, dumps it out for Ginn, and that's close to another first down at the 35.
Well, Biddeford's pass game is looking real good right now. Receivers are getting open, and Thornton secondary is going to have to shore up their defense here and cover those receivers a little more, a little too much cushion on those pass plays.
They will call for a measurement here. Remember that both teams have a full complement of timeouts remaining. Neither team has taken one. So with 2:19 left, a lot of football remaining here in the first half. And that is going to be just short.
Second and an inch, Eric.
Yep, very little room there. Yeah, the final week of the regular season in Western Maine Class A. Just one other game going on today. Chevrolet playing Deering, a game again with playoff implications. All the other games were played on Friday night. Ron and I will talk about that as well as our halftime statistics coming up in a few moments.
You know, the Tigers can utilize any play they want here. When you have a situation like second down, it's really a wasted down where you could you could go for the bomb here.
Makos quickly out to Ryan. That's a first down for Danny Ryan. He gets up to the 28-yard line. Skarks makes the tackle. And the passing game is clicking on this possession, Ron.
Well, the passing game is clicking very well. D's really hitting his receivers. The receivers are wide open, and the Tigers' passing game looks real good at this point.
They mark the ball at the 29-yard line. It'll be first and 10. We've just passed under the 2-minute mark. Biddeford trying to tie the football game.
Well, they're back in their double slot formation.
Fake to the fullback. Makos going for Gin. Incomplete. Good defensive play by Jeff Robinson. It appeared he got there right when the ball did, Ron.
Well, nice play there by Jeff Robinson. Closed down on Michael Gin very quickly on that because when Michael made his cut down the middle, he was open. And a great effort there by Michael Gin.
So the pass ball is incomplete. It'll bring up second down. Again, we hope you're enjoying our multiple camera coverage here. A lot of great close-ups by the entire crew, really getting you a really, really good feel for what this Battle of the Bridge is all about.
Well, now they're in their trips set, 3 wide receivers to one side.
Makos over the middle, and that is intercepted by Skaczynski at the 15. Another Biddeford turnover. The third turnover of this quarter for Biddeford.
Well, that was a tough pass for D to throw. He was rolling to his left and trying to throw the ball back over the middle, and he threw it right into Brian Skaczynski's his hands.
So the turnover comes with 1:36 remaining here in the first half of play. Remember, Biddeford's other 2 turnovers resulted in Thornton Academy touchdowns. So Trojans will have it at the 21 with 1:36 left in the half and 3 timeouts. Fullback Davis avoided the first tackle, but then is gobbled up by Steve Smittle and also Peter St. Ange.
I think the Trojans here are going to keep the ball on the ground and make sure that they hold on to the ball and not fumble it here. And I think they'd be very happy going into the locker room up 7 at halftime.
I would certainly agree with that, Ron. I think they'd be very happy doing that. 1:05 remaining. And Thornton in really no hurry here on 2nd and 7. T formation, which they did use last week against Deering. Here's Cormier. Cormier with some room to the outside is tackled at the 31. That'll be close to a first down. So
well,
Chaz Cormier, we've called his name a lot today.
Well, Thornton was in their T formation, and I believe that's their goal line offense also. And again, as I mentioned, I think they're going to keep the ball on the ground and be very satisfied here going into the locker room.
Now, regardless of what happens here today, Thornton Academy certainly enjoying a fine season. 2 consecutive losing seasons for them, which is very much out of the ordinary. As you see, Cormier just shy of the first down. And Thornton's missed the playoffs the last 2 years. So regardless, Kevin Kiesel and his staff, Ron, have done a really fine job getting this club back into the playoffs. And once you get to that level, anything can happen.
You're right. Kevin, it's his first year as a head coach, and he's got a young staff, and they've done a real nice job with this team. And even with the injuries that they've had, to come back and make the playoffs, is a big thing for them.
Right. Yeah, they've played very well. The only game they really didn't play well against was probably South Portland. And That's when they're missing a lot of their personnel. T formation again on 3rd and short. There's McKinney. And he's rolling over people up to the 40-yard line. That's a first down. Tell you, impressed with Tyler McKinney. The few times he's touched the ball, he's run very effectively.
Well, he's a real good athlete for Thornton Academy. He's a great baseball pitcher and has done a real nice job on both sides of the ball for Thornton this year in football. So he's a good athlete, and I'm impressed with his hard running.
Yeah, he had a great game last week. Scored both of Thornton's touchdowns, actually. One a 42-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown, and the other one a 1-yard run. So we had a big week last week. Could be the final play of the half here. Foley keeps it. Now he's going to throw to Cormier, and Bukovalis just broke it up. Thornton tried to break one there.
Well, they a little surprise tactic there. They stayed in their straight T backfield and ran a little play action pass and threw the ball out in the flats. That's a little risky play, Eric, because when you're throwing the ball out there in the flats, you know, all it takes is one defensive halfback to step in front and pick it off, and then there's plenty of running room.
A lot to cheer about this afternoon from the cheerleaders. Pretty exciting first half of play. 18 seconds left here in the first half. 2nd and 10 from the 40 for Thornton, and they give to McKinney. And Bukovalis makes the tackle, and that should be the final play of the first half. 5 turnovers in the first half, 3 of them converted into touchdowns by the opposing team. And after one half of play in the 90th Battle of the Bridge on the York Hospital scoreboard, Thornton Academy leads Biddeford 14-7. Ron and Jay and I will be back with our halftime show in just a moment.
I work hard for my money, so I am very careful about the bank I do business with.
Saco and Biddeford Savings Institution is Maine's oldest mutual savings bank, so I feel comfortable that my money is safe and growing. They help me go to
college, buy a house, start a business, and raise a family. Saco and Biddeford Savings
feels as strongly about this community as I do. And as the years go by, they'll be right there with me.
To retirement.
SBSI, more bang for your buck.
Standing over 5 incredible stories high in the heart of York Beach, the Union Bluff Hotel has been architecturally rebuilt from its 1868 appearance. Do you feel like having the biggest and best breakfast around? Maybe enjoy a great lunch while in the fun atmosphere of the Beach Street Pub with 11 beers on tap, or simply have a romantic dinner at the main Beach Street Grill. Some things still remain the same at the Union Bluff Hotel: the view, the beauty, and the year-round atmosphere.
TJ Pizza, homemade goodness in every bite. You love our pizza and French fries too, made fresh while you wait, and there's more for you. Bring your family, bring your friends to TJ Pizza, where the fun never ends. TJ Pizza, homemade goodness in every bite.
I work hard for my money, so I am very careful about the bank I do business with.
Saco and Biddeford Savings Institution is Maine's oldest mutual savings bank, so I feel comfortable that my money is safe and growing. They help me
go to college, buy a house, start a business, and raise a family. Saco and Biddeford Savings
feels as strongly about this community as I do. And as the years go by, they'll be right there with me.
To retirement.
SBSI, more bank.
Allow me. What the devil are you doing here?
I'm only here because
You're here, hot stuff.
This is going to be about smoking in the house, isn't it? This poor guy's been picked on enough. He has rights. He has it. What's the matter with you? Are your kids to get pneumonia? Bronchitis? Asthma? Get up. Go outside. Outside. Make the right choice.
go out for your kids.
Huntington Common is the first step to a carefree, elegant retirement lifestyle surrounded by 37 acres on the Kennebunk River. Gracious rental cottages and apartments will provide all the privacy and independence you desire. Family and friends will be enticed by our culinary delights, served in an elegant dining room, as well as our resort-style on-site amenities. We offer a wide continuum of care within a single community. When you expect the best, Huntington Common.
Century of this heated rivalry between Thornton Academy and Biddeford. Our score at halftime is the Thornton Academy Golden Trojans 14, Biddeford Tigers 7. Eric Nelson along with Ron Cody, Jay Harper on the sidelines. Ron, let's take a look at our halftime statistics.
Well, for the visiting Thornton Academy Trojans, they had 4 first downs. They gained 40 yards rushing. They were 3 for 6 passing for 67 yards. And their total yardage, 107 yards in the first half. 0 yards of penalties and 2 turnovers. For Biddeford, 6 first downs, 41 yards rushing. In the passing department, they were 5 for 9 for 49 yards. Total yardage of 90. Penalty yards, 5 and 3 turnovers.
So really, not a lot of eye-popping offensive numbers there in the first half. You take away all the turnovers, the defenses haven't played all that badly in the first half.
No, I think the defense, both teams have done a real nice job. When you look at the scoring offensively, you know, all 3 scores have been as a result of fumbles and or an interception. You know, so the mistakes has been really costly for both teams.
Yeah, that's resulted in all 3 of the touchdowns. As we mentioned, this is the final day of the regular season. Cheverus is playing Deering today. That will have an effect on the playoff standings. Last night, Portland, an overtime thriller over South Portland. They remain undefeated. Massabesic beat Sanford last night, so they are undefeated. So it'll be interesting how first place is determined, since they both have 8-0 records. The other team that'll obviously be in the playoffs is Bonnie Eagle, who finished their season on a high note, their best season in Class A by beating Westbrook last night. They are 5-3. So they, along with Sanford, Biddeford, and Thornton, will be the 8 teams in the playoffs next week. So it should be a very exciting tournament. What we're going to do now is to go down to Jay Harper on the sidelines and hear what Jay has to say. Jay?
Eric, Ron, you talked about Tyler McKinney not getting many carries in the first half. I talked with Kevin Kiesel right at the end of the first half. He said nothing there, no problems with McKinney, just trying to rest him, get him ready for the second half. And he says, I got 3 good fullbacks. I want to use all 3 of them and give them the touches. But as you noted, he had a big second half last week versus Deering. So we expect to see him get the ball a lot more in the second half. Guys?
Thank you, Jay. That's key, Ron. I mean, if we see McKinney more in the second half, I thought he ran real well in the first half.
Well, that's a good point that Coach Kiesel's told Jay, that he's got 3 good fullbacks, and he's resting them and using them, you know, in different situations, and each fullback should be fresh.
Yeah.
So we may see a little more of Tyler McKinney in the second half.
Yeah, bear in mind, Thornton Academy will get the ball to start the second half of play as well. Crucial battle of the bridge, playoff position at stake. Ron, Jay, and I back with the second half kickoff in just a moment.
Teams and schools, wholesale custom screen print and embroidery since 1980. Check out their factory outlet, carrying top quality name brands, located on Route 1 in Biddeford. Don't throw away a TV or VCR just because it doesn't work. Let Adams TV and Appliance Store fix it for you. And if it's not repairable, they have new TVs, VCRs, washer dryers, refrigerators, and more. Just off Route 1 on 9B in Wells. It's worth the trip if it'll save you money. Make sure you stop at Coastal Convenience and Gas Station in Old Orchard Beach for one-stop shopping with over 6,000 items to choose from. Open daily from 6 to 1 a.m. in the morning.
Mike's Clam Shack, a local's favorite for the best seafood. Mike and his great, friendly staff would like to invite you to their spacious new location on Route 1 in Wells. Try their new expanded menu, filled with a variety of traditional home cooking. Come down and relax in their comfortable pub and indulge in an appetizer with some friends. Mike has built the tradition over the past 10 years, and it all comes down to this: good food, good spirit, and great company.
Just moments before halftime, you see one of the many banners lining the field here, and that is atop the old press box, where for many a season, Steve Twombly and Rob Fernhaber and myself spent many a Friday night on top of that press box over the years. Of course, since they changed the field 2 years ago and built this beautiful press box on the other side, they switched the home side over here as well. And I think you know what Jay Harper said during the first half. Really, this has got to be one of the best places to play, one of the best places to watch a high school football game. You're just so close to the field.
Well, you're right on the action, Eric, and you know, it almost puts the fan in the game, and they enjoy that, you know. And now with all the seating that Biddeford has, they can accommodate, you know, 5,000 people here very comfortably.
Yep.
And so it's a great place to play. I can remember, Eric, back in 1976, my first year here at Biddeford. You mentioned the press box on the other side. Well, it's no longer there. That we had a little crow's nest where my first year here, Mike Landry and I were up in that little crow's nest, and it was the Biddeford Thorn game, and we were freezing. What a difference!
It does make a huge difference. Okay, we're going to go back to the field, down to Jay Harper.
Thanks, guys. Talking with Coach Brian Curran right now at the half, and he said not big things. He told his team, he said, we turned the ball over. That's cost us. We got to hold on to the football. We struggled with that all year. Offensively, the last play of the half when they threw the interception, he said that wasn't the play called, and that cost them as well. A nice scoring opportunity. But he said his team is quite capable of winning this game. They just got to come out and play error-free football in the second half. Guys?
Thank you, Jay. Again, you know, we talk about this a lot, Ron, but the start of the second half is obviously a very crucial time for both of these teams, who can get off on the right foot and kind of make a statement early on in the half.
Right, and with Thorn Academy receiving the ball, you know, we'll see here if Biddeford's defense, you know, prevents them from getting first downs, and Thorn Academy's offense can move the football.
The captains for both clubs will head out onto the field to show us where Thornton Academy will be receiving the ball. As you see, the wind is still blowing quite stiffly, but a great crowd here. You see the press box where we are currently, and at one time there was a coach's perch or tower over here at one time too, Ron, because the first year that I did the games here, we were in that area where the wind would sway back and forth. There was no protection at all, and that was an interesting experience as well.
Yes. There's no question that
and there we are, our vantage point.
There's no question that this field has really changed in the last 20 years, and the people have done a great job here of making this field really a first-class field and a first-class place to watch a football game.
And really evidenced, I think, in large part too by the field house and the canteen facilities and everything. What an improvement! That's a beautiful facility over there.
Right. It's too bad, Eric, we just don't have the time to go down there and have some fries and a cheeseburger.
That's right. No snacks at halftime. There's too big a crowd waiting to get in. So, all right, there you see Scott Dakota. Good to see Scott back on the sidelines. We get a shot of him talking to some of the team there. Nice to see Scott back on the sidelines with some of the health issues that he's been dealing with, and it's great to see Scott there.
Well, Scott looks great, and he's feeling good, and he's bounced back. You know, just like we thought he would, and you know, he's right on the sideline. Let's hope he just doesn't get too excited.
So that was Scott Dakota. Just saw him in the shot there. So, yep. Okay, so Ryan Chessman will kick off for Biddeford, and so Thornton Academy will have the ball, and they'll be going into the wind and into the sun here to start the third quarter of play. Janelle is deep inside the 5. Nice kick by Chessman. Bounces at the 15. Janelle will have to scamper after it. Picks it up at the 7. And Janelle runs up the middle of the field, and the sophomore, finally Chessman, the kicker, takes him down.
Well, the thing you want to do on that is make sure that you don't let the ball hit the ground. You know, he should have come up and try to catch that in the air, because it makes life a lot easier. And when that ball hits the ground, it bounces in many directions, and Janelle picked it up and did a real nice job, though, of getting the ball back, you know, to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, very nice run. Ended up running the ball back 21 yards after he had picked it up. So Thornton will start at the 29-yard line. The Trojans, as we mentioned, averaging 16.5 points a game on offense. They're almost at their average already. And a fumble on the first play, and it's recovered by Bissonette.
Well, there you go, Eric. You know, it's been a game where both teams have made some costly mistakes, and now Thornton gives the ball up on the first down.
That's the second fumble recovery by Mark Bissonette, and the third fumble by Thornton Academy in this game. And this really has become the underlying theme of this entire game so far, is turnovers.
You're absolutely right. Both teams have capitalized on mistakes, and now Biddeford has another opportunity here.
So D. Makos will trot out the 6th rated offense in Class A, and he'll give it to Deneen on first down. The Tigers have been averaging, Kerry Deneen's jersey number, they've been averaging just over 20 points a game, and he gets a couple of yards on first down. So the Tigers presented with a great opportunity here to potentially put up the tying score. Would like to mention the offensive starters for Biddeford: Patrick Marcotte at center, guards Marcus Jolan and Ben Dow, tackles Matt Benson and Chris Lapierre, the tight end Eric Willette, quarterback D. Makos, fullback John Lezot, Kerry Deneen and Nick Bukovalis are the halfbacks. Michael Ginn is your quarterback, your wide receiver, excuse me. And here's Bukovalis on second down. Oh, nice tackle by Chaz Cormier, knocks him for a loss.
Well, real nice play there by the outside linebacker Cormier, and coming up and seeing that play, and Biddeford losing 4 yards on that play. A big play here, third down and 10 to go for the first down.
Frank Bailey, Trapper Pelletier, Jeremy Lowell, Ryan Lagan are the down linemen. Stephen Skarks, Pat Davis, Chaz Cormier, and Morrill Harper are the linebackers. Brian Skaczynski, Jeff Robinson, Tyler McKinney, among others, in the defensive secondary for Thornton Academy. Big play here for the Tigers, 3rd and 11.
They're in their trips formation, 3 wide outs.
Makos with time to his left. Pass is tipped at the line. Is it caught? No catch by Michael Ginn. The official from behind saw the ball squeak through. Right. It's incomplete.
Well, the Biddeford crowd's not happy with that call, but it looked like the official was right on top of it. It was tough to see from here, Eric, from our viewpoint, but a great effort there by Michael Ginn. The ball got tipped and still almost made the catch.
So 4th and about 11, it appears that Biddeford will, I think they're going to go for it here as opposed to punting.
Yeah, I would say they're going to go for it, and they're in their double slot formation.
Makos quick drop to the left, hits Danny Ryan. Oh, to Bukovalis at the 20, 10, touchdown Tigers!
That was a great call by Coach Stebbins. Very, very well executed play by the Tigers, and I was expecting them to pull a trick out of their hat, and Coach Stebbins came up with a big play, well executed by the Tigers.
29-yard pass play. Nick Bukovalis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, and it's 14-13 Thornton. And again, a team capitalizing on a turnover.
Again, yep, and like you mentioned, that's been the theme of this game.
Craig Willette's extra point is wide. Biddeford does not tie the game. The kick is wide left, and with 10:14 remaining in the 3rd quarter, 14-13 in favor of Thornton Academy. So
that's a big play. Wow. Yeah. That's a big play, Eric.
Very big play. We will be back with more of the Battle of the Bridge in just a moment.
Welcome to Litchfield's, where they offer casual dining for every taste. For lunch, enjoy a hearty sandwich or their delicious chicken Caesar salad. Relax in the Manhattan Oyster Bar, where you can enjoy a cocktail, an order of jumbo shrimp, or their delicious smoked Maine salmon. Their menu includes the freshest seafood, blackened swordfish, and baked stuffed lobster. You must try Litchfield's Black Angus prime rib and aged hand-cut New York sirloins. It's what makes Litchfield's the best.
All right, you see that last play. What a great call by Tim Stebbins and Ron Cody. That's a call you used to like. Of course, that goes back to Don Shula and the Miami Dolphins against the San Diego Chargers. Oh, I don't know, back in the late 70s. But what a great call on 4th down, and Biddeford has come within 1 point right there. Tough missed extra point, but what a great game brewing down here, guys.
Thank you, Jay. Yeah, that's what kind of symbolizes this game, Ron. It's been so competitive over the years, and that's just another one of those plays that people are going to remember.
Well, that's a great call. Yeah, excellent call, and you know, you like to take something, some trick, and utilize it, and then when you see your team execute it so well, like the Tigers just did, that it's so rewarding.
Thornton will start from their 31-yard line. Still leading by a point. Pat Davis, the fullback, has some running room. Davis to the 40. It's a foot race past midfield to the Biddeford 40. Bukavalis in pursuit, tackles him at the 20. Great run by the fullback, Pat Davis.
Outstanding run there by Pat Davis. Broke through the line, and there was nothing but open field there, Eric.
47 yards, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, so Thornton says, take that, Biddeford, and they answer the trick play with a 47-yard run by the fullback Davis.
Well, it didn't take them long to bounce right back and get a big play themselves.
Boy, this game has lived up to advanced billing. 2 4-3 teams looking to improve their playoff position for next week, and they're battling it out here. So now Thornton goes to a T formation as the ball is spotted at the Biddeford 22. And McKinney is the fullback here, and they give to the second back through, and a hole for St. Hours. He's still going. St. Hours tackled inside the 10.
Well, I'm a little surprised, Eric, that they went to straight T formation on the you know, their 21-yard line first down play, and but they're utilizing it very effectively right now. It seems like they're going, you know, they're going 2 tight ends, straight T backfield, going right at the Tigers.
Right. Yeah. They just they led with a fullback and had the tailback follow, and they're going to stay in that same formation here as it's 1st and goal from the 9 for Thornton Academy. Here's McKinney. McKinney on 1st down. Bowls his way inside the 5. DeChambeau and company make the tackle.
Well, you got to give credit to the Thornton Academy offensive line. They're doing a real nice job of opening up holes, and Thornton doing a good job of utilizing, now they're utilizing McKinney. You know, they just gave Pat Davis a break after that long run, and now they've got a fresh Tyler McKinney in there, and still trying to pound the Tigers.
That was one of head coach Brian Curett's fears during the week. He says they've got a lot of talented running backs, and they use them. 2nd and goal from the 4. Here's McKinney. McKinney, touchdown, Thornton. And just like that, Thornton answers the Biddeford touchdown to extend their lead. It took them just 1 minute and 21 seconds to do it.
Well, this point after touchdown is a big play in itself, Eric, because if they get this point, then the Tigers score again, they're going to have to go for 2.
Tyler McKinney, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. Thornton leading 20-13 with the extra point pending. Lowell's kick is missed. That is hooked left, and it remains a 7-point bulge.
And that answers that, Eric. Now it's you know, it's a situation where Biddeford can score and kick the extra point to tie the game.
Wow.
So the PATs are big plays here right now in this game.
Well, we've seen 2 touchdowns already, Ron, in just 3 minutes and 7 seconds of the second half.
Well, that was an impressive drive there by Thornton Academy, and staying on the ground the whole time, and utilizing the fullback like we thought they would throughout this game, gaining real good yardage, and the offensive line for Thornton Academy doing a real nice job of opening up holes.
So 20-13 with 8:53 remaining here in the third quarter of play. Jeff Robinson will kick off for Thornton Academy. It's been a great one, a beautiful afternoon for football here in Biddeford. 3 people back deep for the Tigers, including Nick Bukovalis at the 15. That's a squib kick. Gets past Eric Willett. Loose ball! And Willett does recover at about the 32.
Well, that was extremely close play there, Eric. Eric Willett did a real nice job of getting back on that football. They've had a hard time handling that kick. That kick is a tough one to handle. It's a squibber, and it's not an easy one to field.
So Tigers will start 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Trailing 20-13. The lone wideout is Danny Ryan to the left of the formation. Makos gives to the second back, and that is Bukovalis, and there is nowhere to run for Nick Bukovalis.
No.
Lowell makes the tackle.
He was just swarmed there by the Thornton Academy defense, and brings up a 2nd and 10 situation. They were back in their wishbone offense, and they were unbalanced, and they went back to the weak side, try to catch Thornton off balance, but no advantage there.
No gain on the play. Michael Ginn will be the wideout here, and they'll stay in the wishbone set.
Yeah, unbalanced to this side, to the Tiger sideline with a wishbone formation.
Makos looking left. Looking for Ginn, he's just not open. Makos is going to have to run with the football, and Makos is tackled near the 40, and we're going to have a flag.
Well, it was certainly a late flag. And you know, the Biddeford crowd wasn't happy, and I think they persuaded him to make that call.
I think we're going to get unsportsmanlike conduct here, a hit after the whistle, which would be just the 2nd penalty against Thornton in this game and the first accepted penalty against them. And that'll be 15 big yards.
As I saw that play, Eric, I thought D got hit a little late on the sideline, and the referee finally made the call.
So a 15-yard penalty brings the ball to the Thornton 46, and there is so little sideline here. A late hit could really turn out to be injurious to a player because they're so close to that wooden mesh fence on the sidelines. Deneen in motion. The ball goes to the fullback. Liza, oh, nice second effort by John Liza. Finally, McKinney gets him at the 40.
Good hard running there by John Liza. Got hit real well and kept his balance and got another extra couple of yards.
So the Tigers hoping that the penalty will propel them to some offensive good fortune here, as they're going to have 2nd down and about 5 coming up.
Well, they're doing a nice job right now of moving the ball down the field.
And the I formation, which we saw a little bit in the first half. Deneen across the formation, and it's Bukovalis. Boy, and nowhere to run for Nick Bukovalis. And again, we apologize. The roster I was given does not include a number 43, who just made a very fine tackle.
Yeah, he did a real nice job of meeting Nick Bukovalis in the hole.
Could be Ryan Legan. Ryan Legan. Okay, it's just got the word from the truck, so he's wearing 43, not 73. So appreciate the word there. Ryan with a very fine defensive play.
Well, they're in the double slot formation.
Makos with a fake. Oh, he's in trouble on the sidelines, and he will not get to a 1st down, it doesn't appear.
It's going to be close, Eric. D gave an all-out effort there trying to get the 1st down. And by the spot of the ball, they got the 1st down.
He did get it. I stand corrected. Good second effort by D. Makos.
Excellent effort by D. Utilizing his quickness to get around the corner, and D does that real well.
Again, I'd like to thank all of you for watching us here on Time Warner Cable and Main's Game of the Week. Coming to you from Waterhouse Field in Biddeford, the 90th Battle of the Bridge. The cheerleaders enjoying what has been a very fine football game, 20-13 in favor of Thornton. Deneen carries the football, and Kerry Deneen into the teeth of the defense in a very nice first down pickup.
Well, it's a good piece of hard running there by Kerry Deneen. They're running inside counter play up the chute, and Kerry really running hard and getting a big 5 yards. You know, the Biddeford has really done a nice job of getting 5 and 6 yards on their first down, and makes such a huge difference. And now it becomes a 2nd and 5 situation, and you still get 3 downs to get the first down.
Yeah, it really opens up your playbook.
Yes, it does.
As you're very aware on.
Back in their wishbone set, they were unbalanced to the Tiger sideline.
Makos keeps the ball in a foot race. Makos to the 25, and it looks like he's got the first down. A great piece of running, and we have a flag on the opposite side of the field.
Well, they're really having a hard time making the tackle on D. People are there to tackle him, and he's so elusive that he gets by the defender.
Again, Rick Olfeen discussing it with the officials. You see a shot of D. Makos, who really has matured as a quarterback this season and really has become a star on this team. As this might be coming back because they're talking to Pat Davis, the Thornton captain. Holding against Biddeford, and it will come back. Tigers' second penalty. So it negates the potential first down, and Biddeford will have about 2nd and 4.
Right, 2nd and 4.
2nd down and 3 yards to go.
Michael Ginn brings the play in for the Tigers. Cheerleaders doing their best to try to evoke a first down here. Bukavalis. Good effort by Bukavalis. Loose ball. Cormier made the tackle, but Bukavalis was down.
Yeah, good call there by the official, not, you know, using that. The ground caused the fumble rather than them losing the ball. Tigers are going to go into their straight T set. They're bringing in St. Ange and Labby. Their short yardage situation here.
Third and a long yard. Lizotte, first down, Lizotte to the outside, to the 20, to the 10, touchdown Tigers!
Well, real nice, nice run there by John Lizotte. Everybody was bunched in there because of the 2 tight ends and straight T formation and the short yardage situation. He just bounced it to the outside and was nothing but green grass there.
A 27-yard touchdown run by John Lizotte makes it 20-19 Thornton Academy, pending the extra point. We have seen an explosive third quarter, 3 touchdowns in 7.5 minutes.
They're going to go for 2, Eric.
They are going to go for 2.
They got 2 tight ends, 2 wings.
Lizotte is the lone back.
I think they're going to roll D. Makos out on the flats with the ability to run a pass.
And he will throw incomplete, no flag, intended for Michael Ginn. And Thornton stays in the lead at 20-19. Let's watch the end of the touchdown from Lizotte. So they run it in slow motion. He just had a lot of room and just outran the defenders into the end zone, Ron.
Yeah, nice run there by John Lizotte. And, you know, I thought that was a good call by Coach Stebbins, going for 2 points on the PAT. And they ran a bootleg pass where D would roll out and have the option of running or throwing the ball, and it was almost completed.
So Thornton remains in the lead at 20-19. Wow, what a football game, and I think a little more scoring than some people thought, Ron, because of the good defenses on both sides.
Well, the Tigers used, that was a nice offensive series for the Tigers. They moved the ball down the field and got a lot of first downs and were able to get the ball in the end zone.
And Biddeford now with 11 men on the field. Ryan Chessman to kick it off. That will bounce at the 19. Max Janelle picks it up at the 14. Janelle, tough man to bring down, comes down at the 28. I think the Thornton coaches maybe wanted a face mask possibly, but no penalty, and Thornton takes over.
Well, he certainly got gang tackled on that play. There were a number of Tigers jumping all over him to get him down.
So a great football game here. Thornton with the ball again. 4:22 remaining in the game. The Trojans will have it at the 29-yard line. Thornton trying to break an 11-game Biddeford winning streak. Biddeford hasn't lost to Thornton since that classic game at Hill Stadium during the regular season in 1991.
Well, Coach Kurtz never lost to them, Eric, as a coach or as a player.
That's right, good point. Handoff is to the fullback.
I'm surprised, Eric, I'm surprised I came out with a stat that you didn't have down in your book.
Me. That was very good. That was very good. Maybe that's why it's time to just retire, Ron. I'm slowing down.
Yeah, when I can get a step ahead of you, it's time to retire.
Second and short after the run by Jeremy Lowell. Thornton with the ball at the 38-yard line. Cormier in motion. Foley's going to throw the football. Dumps it out for Metcalf. He's open. Metcalf with the ball at midfield and taken out of bounds.
Executed the play action pass by Dan Foley and getting
So it'll go to the Biddeford 44-yard line is where that ends up. Oh. Oh gosh. Wow. That was kind of nice. And first down play goes to Tyler McKinney. So he carries the ball on first down. So Thornton moving into Biddeford territory. And can we hear you, Ron, is the question. Are we?
I'm not sure, Eric.
Okay, we're having a little bit of technical okay, very good. We can, okay, Ron and I can't hear each other, but they can hear him down the truck, so that's the important part. We do have apparently a timeout on the field, so 3:14 remaining in the third quarter. And again, both of these teams on to the playoffs next week, and we'll talk about that and more when we return in just a moment. It's 20-19 in favor of Thornton Academy.
Service inside dining restaurant, serving lobsters the way they should be. Delicious. Come down and eat and drink where the locals eat on Route 1 in York. The Brady family has been bringing Maine businesses, teams, and schools wholesale custom screen print and embroidery since 1980. Check out their factory outlet carrying top quality name brands, located on Route 1 in Biddeford. Lighthouse Depot, the world's largest lighthouse gift store in Wells. They also have the Depot Gallery, where you can find an unbelievable selection of art, prints, and home decor. And don't forget the Lighthouse Depot Museum, all in Wells.
Welcome back to Waterhouse Field, and Eric, really sad to see you leave, and even some Thornton players over here were cheering that you were leaving the broadcast booth, and I'm not sure if that was in jest or very happy that you've had a great career for Biddeford. But the heat's starting to be a factor down on the field. It's 70 degrees, and some of these players are really gasping for air and looking for water. Guys, back up to you.
Well, I'll assume it's the latter, Jay, that they're applauding my career. But certainly thankful of that. And Davis on second down has some room. He is down inside the 10. Wow, I'm certainly having a great final regular season game to broadcast, Ron. This has been very exciting. A great run by Davis.
Right now, Thornton Academy offense is utilizing their fullback, and the Tigers are having a hard time stopping.
Okay, apparently we're still experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty up here with Ron's mic, and at the 10-yard line now, so it'll be first and 10 from just outside the 10 at about the 11-yard line. And they give to McKinney, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, nice job there by the defensive line, Biddeford defensive line.
Yeah, very nice stop there. I'm glad to have you back, Ron, by the way. Took that brief break. Glad
Thanks,
to have
Eric.
you back in the booth with us.
I think I went down for that cheeseburger and fry.
Boy, that was fast.
You couldn't get to.
Okay, so the ball now marked out at the 12, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from about the 12-yard line with 2:15 remaining in the third quarter. And there is Cormier, and he is inside the 10 before a number of Biddeford tacklers bring him down.
Well, Thornton's back in there, a straight T set with 2 tight ends, and they're really just pounding the ball right now and giving the ball to their fullback and halfbacks and running right at the Tigers. Tigers were in a little different defensive set that time. They were in their 5-3 defense, stacked, and linebackers coming and did a real nice job of containing Thornton.
3rd down and 8. Thornton can get a first down without scoring a touchdown, but it would be very close at about the 1-yard line. They go to the powerhouse T formation. McKinney in the fullback slot. He gets the football, rambles to the left. McKinney bowling his way very close, but not in. But he may have a first down.
Nice hard piece of running there by Tyler McKinney, and a good job by the offensive line of opening up that hole. He's real close, and this is going to be a 4th down play, and I think they're going to measure, Eric.
And they will. Nope, they give him the first down. So now they'll have 4 chances from inside the 1 to score a touchdown.
Wow, that was a big play, because that would have made it 4th down and less than a yard to go for the first down. But now they've got 4 chances on the. It looks like they got like 3 or 4 inches for the touchdown.
And again, out of the T formation. McKinney, no indication. He did not make it in. The Biddeford defense holds on first down.
A great stand there by the Biddeford defense, led by Patrick Marcotte and a number of other defenders, Eric Willett and Nick Bukavalis, and holding McKinney from, was it McKinney or Davis, from getting into the end zone?
I believe it was McKinney.
McKinney from getting into the end zone.
McKinney trying to score his 4th touchdown of the game. Same formation, still from about the 1. 2nd and goal, McKinney again. This time he's in. Touchdown number 4 for Tyler McKinney.
Well, the Thornton Academy offense, again, doing a real nice job of moving the football down the field and keeping the ball really on the ground most of that drive.
McKinney has had a 1-yard touchdown run, a 2-yard touchdown run, a 4-yard touchdown run, and there a 1-yard touchdown run. So with 14 seconds left, it's 26-19, and another big extra point coming from Dan St. Hours. Bad snap. Foley will run toward the corner. Did he cross it?
I think.
Yes, he did. He got the ball inside the pylon, and it's a 2-point conversion.
Ooh, that's a big call, Eric. I wasn't sure. From this viewpoint, it looked like Peter St. Onge had stopped him from getting into the end zone. Looked like he was out of bounds, but great effort by Dan Foley of extending the ball and getting into the end zone.
That is huge, Ron, with 14 seconds left in the third quarter, because now it makes it a 2-possession football game for the Tigers. They need 2 scores to regain the lead.
Yeah, Brian Curett's questioning that call to the official. Again, that was a real big call there that was made.
And what a great effort by Foley. Got a poor snap, couldn't get it down for St. Hours, picked it up, headed for the corner, and all the ball has to do is cross the plane of the goal, and it did apparently before he went out of bounds, and it counts as 2.
Well, that was a real heads-up play by Dan Foley, doing a real nice job of picking up that snap and outrunning the Biddeford defenders.
Well, the Tigers find themselves in a hole as Jeff Robinson's going to kick off with 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Line drive kick caught by Bukavalis at the 16. Bukavalis up to the 35-yard line, where he is taken down by Chris Huppy.
Well, what that does, that play does, Eric, is that this makes this game a 2-touchdown game, a 2-touchdown lead by Thornton Academy. So It's a real huge play.
And Biddeford will be going into the wind in the fourth quarter. When they change sides, the wind is still blowing rather briskly from right to left on your TV screen. So 7 seconds left in the third quarter. And Biddeford will start from their 35. They need 2 scores to retake the lead. Makos lofting it up for Ginn. He is triple covered, and that is intercepted by Jeff Robinson at the 25.
Well, as you mentioned, Eric, he was triple covered, and there were 3 Thornton Academy defenders around Michael Ginn, and you know, that was a tough throw to make in that situation.
And that ends the third quarter. Thornton Academy riding high, hoping that they're on their way to breaking this 11-game losing streak. We've played 3. It's Thornton 28, Biddeford 19.
Need a place to rent? Call Realtor Marge McKenna at the G. Knapp Agency in Ogunquit if you want to list or sell your property, servicing all of York County.
Remember the main diner. The down-home cooking and great atmosphere. For service that's friendly, quick and sincere. For world-famous food like Grandma used to make. Remember the Main, the home of clean plates. What's in the name? The Main Diner. Remember the Main Diner.
All right, welcome back to Waterhouse Field as we start the fourth quarter. A big decision there by the Biddeford side, looking to throw the ball with the wind on the last play of the quarter, and Makos overthrows the football. Interception by Robinson. A big start to the fourth quarter, and Tyler McKinney rested, playing very well, and you got to like Coach Kiesel, what he said at the half. He's got 3 good backs. He's using them all, and a big run by Pat Davis early on, setting up Tyler McKinney's big football afternoon here from Waterhouse Field. Guys?
That is very correct, Jay. Thank you very much. That multi-talented backfield, multifaceted backfield is working to Thornton's advantage. And right now, Ron, clock's on their side. They're going to keep it on the ground and just grind it out, I think.
Oh, there's no question. They haven't thrown the ball too much today, and I don't think they're going to decide to throw it now either. They're going to keep it on the ground.
From the 25-yard line, and Foley will throw on first down. And he is sacked by Patrick Markov, but we have flags on both sides of the field, so shows how much we know.
That's right, Eric. That really made us really look good on that play. Craig Agresti is not only trying to keep the Biddeford defense off balance, he's keeping us off balance.
That is correct. And we'll see what the penalty flags are all about. As we mentioned, they're both on opposite sides of the field, so an illegal shift on Thornton Academy declined. So they will take the result of the play, apparently, which is a loss of 1 yard. So 2nd and 11 is what it brings up.
You know, I thought in the first half, I thought both defenses did a real nice job of containing the offenses, and in the second half, it's been the opposite. The offenses have really, on both sides, have been on track.
Yeah, each quarter has definitely had its own personality. Foley gives to Davis, and Davis with a big hole. Davis tries to get around Makos, is tackled at midfield, and again, great production out of the fullback spot from Thornton Academy.
Well, the offensive line for Thornton Academy is doing an excellent job of opening up holes for the fullback, and the Tigers right now are having a difficult time of stopping that fullback play.
Big pickup for Davis of over 20 yards just on the Biddeford side of the 50.
You can see the confidence that Thornton Academy's offense has at this point of the game.
2 wide outs to the bottom of your screen. And Foley again to the fullback, but Peter Kertrulis makes the tackle on Pat Davis.
Well, Coach Curett changed his defense there, went to a 5-3 stack, and just bottled the Thornton offense that time for no yards. Good change up there by Coach Curett.
So no gain by Davis. 10:51 remaining in the football game. Again, the winner will finish 5-3 and be seated anywhere as high as 5th. And we have a penalty flag on the play, which I didn't see, holding against Thornton Academy.
First down and 20.
Well, that's a big penalty there for Thornton. Yeah, the loser of this game, Eric, will probably go either 7th or 8th as far as the playoff picture goes, and the winner will probably go as high as either 4th or 5th.
Yeah, so the loser could have to go to Massabesic or Portland potentially next week in the quarterfinal round.
Versus going against Sanford.
Exactly. Foley's going to throw on 1st and long, lofts it out for Metcalf, and that's incomplete.
Nice play by Nick Bucavalas closing in on the receiver. He was open for a second and did a real nice job of not allowing him to catch the football. Well thrown ball there by Dan Foley.
So from Biddeford's perspective, certainly you want to stop here, especially in a situation where they've got 2nd and 21. You don't want to let them get a first down here, because I think that really emotionally would be very tough.
Right. And plus, you know, when you're throwing the ball like that, now the clock isn't running, and that's to a Biddeford's advantage at this point.
Wideouts to both sides for Foley, and he gives to Davis, the fullback. Davis, nice cut. Gets past the original line of scrimmage, and Peter St. Ange tackles him at the 46.
Well, they've been really getting a lot of mileage from the fullback, as we've mentioned, and Coach Kiesel's done a real nice job of alternating fullbacks and keeping them fresh, and it's really showed up here late in the game. Both fullbacks are fresh, and they're doing a real nice job of running.
Yeah, ball was marked officially at the 47, so 3rd and 8. The wind has shifted a little bit now. It's predominantly at our backs, blowing from the near sideline to the far sideline. Foley's going to throw. Has Cormier open, incomplete, and was that intercepted? No, it was not, but very nearly intercepted. Well, Eric Willett almost came up with that. That ball was thrown very hard, and it bounced off of Cormier, incomplete, and we do have another flag.
Yeah, Eric can't believe that he didn't catch that. He came close to an interception, and
they are talking to Biddeford. The illegal shift against Thornton is declined, and Jason Gadboys comes off the field, Ron, and that's a big loss for them.
Well, he's got a bad shoulder, and this week in practice it popped out on him a couple of times, and that would be my guess that his shoulder popped out again.
Boy, he does. Jason looks like he's in a little bit of pain on the Biddeford sideline. That's a big loss for the Tigers. But in the immediate moment, at least, they're going to get the football back. The penalty was declined. They took the result of the play, which was the incomplete pass, so it's 4th and 8, and Thornton Academy will punt. And the wind has shifted back around at Lowell's back, and Michael Ginn at the 6. Just cannot elude the pressure. Chris Huppy tackles him inside the 5.
Well, that was a real nice punt by Thornton Academy, and a great job of coverage. And now the Tigers have they've got about 93, 94 yards to go for a touchdown.
Long way to go. We would like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: the Lobster Barn Restaurant, Gene Knapp Agency, Biddeford Saco Savings, the Main Diner, Lighthouse Depot, Adams TV and Appliance, Eldridge Lumber and Hardware, Mike's Clam Shack, Union Bluff Hotel Restaurant and Pub, Litchfield's Restaurant, TJ's Pizza, Brady Screen Print and Embroidery, and York Hospital. Thank you for those sponsors for making the broadcast of high school sports possible here on Time Warner Cable of Maine. Biddeford with a tall task in front of them. They will start from their own 3-yard line. Makos gives to Lizot, and he gets him a little bit of breathing room out to the 8, and we have a penalty flag.
My guess here would be a face mask, Eric.
Face mask against Thornton Academy. Now, what degree of face mask penalty is it? We'll see how many yards they mark off.
I would guess 5-yarder, but I'm wrong.
No, you had a 50-50 chance of getting it right. That's a big 15-yarder. That's a big penalty. That just pushes the Tigers out past the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Tigers from their own 22-yard line.
Well, that gives the Tigers offense some breathing room now. They're on the 3-yard line, and now they're on the, the 22-yard line, so a lot more breathing room there.
And an automatic first down comes with that. And Makos will throw on first down. Out for Ryan, incomplete. With that incomplete pass, let's go down to Jay Harper, who has a report on Jason Gadbois. Jay?
All right, Eric, he banged up his shoulder in that last play, and it's bruised, and athletic trainer Starber telling me that it's still not ready to go back in. Jason's trying to say he's ready, but the athletic trainer's saying they're going to have to wait a few moments before he goes back into the game.
Do you know if he actually popped his shoulder out, Jay? Did they say that?
He didn't pop it out. It's just badly bruised right now.
Okay, thanks, Jay. So we'll have to wait and see, Ron, if Jason Gadbois can come back into the game.
Well, Jason's a tough kid, and he's all fired up while playing in this Biddeford Thornton game. I'm sure he doesn't want to sit out the rest of this game, so if there's any chance, Jason will be back, I'm sure.
Second down and 10 after the incomplete pass for the Tigers. They go double slot with Ryan, the wideout, off your screen. They run a counter to Kerry Deneen. Kerry Deneen, nice move to the outside. Deneen has the first down and taken out of bounds at the 40.
Well, the Tigers offense is doing a real nice job of moving the football, and they're getting themselves in real good field position at this point.
8:53 remaining in the football game. Biddeford still down by 2 scores, trailing 28-19.
We've got an injured player, Eric, on the Thornton Academy sideline. I didn't catch the number, so I'm not sure who it is.
It is a Thornton Academy player, and it appears to be Tyler McKinney. So that's a big loss for Thornton Academy. He's being helped to the bench.
That would be a huge loss for Thornton Academy, both offensively and defensively.
Exactly, both ways, Ron. That's right. We haven't really talked about Tyler McKinney much on defense, but he does play both ways, so that's a big loss. First and 10 for the Tigers from the 39-yard line. Here's Lezot, the fullback. Oh, and that's a great play by Stefan Skarks.
Excellent tackle by Stefan Skarks. It looked like Jason was, John Lezot was going to gain a lot more on that play and did a nice job of tackling him.
A gain of 1 on the play. Remember, both teams have a full complement of timeouts, I believe. And still a lot of time left in this game, but Biddeford has a lot of work ahead of them if they want to come back in this game. It's second down and 9. Makos with the ball. Cannot elude the tackle of Davis. Pat Davis makes the tackle along with Frank Bailey, and Biddeford will have 3rd and long.
Well, Thornton did a nice job there of containing D and not letting him roll out to the outside and get where he's very comfortable. And they made him pull up and try to run inside, and the pursuit just got to him.
So 3rd and a long 7 for the Tigers. 7:41 remaining and counting. Bukovalis in motion. Makos for Eric Willett, and that's a first down. First catch of the day for Eric Willett, and it's a big one.
Well, they ran a little dump opposite play action, and they threw backside to Eric Willett. He's a nice big target. They did a nice job of completing that pass.
So Eric Willett, 215-pound junior, takes that one down and extends the Biddeford drive. That's a huge 3rd down conversion. Jay, you have a report on Tyler McKinney for us?
Yeah, right now, Eric, he's bruised the knee, but no cartilage damage. They don't think they're putting ice on it. They're not sure if he's going to be able to return, but no major damage at this point. So that's good news.
Thank you, Jay. Nick Bukovalis catching the pass on first down up to the Thornton 25. A big play there for the Tigers.
Well, the Tigers offense, their passing game has opened up and doing a real nice job of hitting the receivers and moving the ball down the field.
And we have a timeout called by Thornton Academy with 7:02 remaining in the football game. And we're going to go to a break. Thornton leading Biddeford in this 90th Battle of the Bridge, 28-19.
typical day these days is not typical. I'm Barbara Brooks, and I'm a nurse in the emergency department at York Hospital. What I think makes York Hospital Emergency Department special is the staff. All of our doctors are board certified in emergency medicine. The nurses have certifications in emergency nursing, trauma nursing specialty. We can handle cases that are serious as well as Band-Aids and bruises. I'm proud to be a part of the ER at York Hospital.
28-19, 7:02 remaining in the football game. Once again, let's go down the sidelines to Jay Harper. Jay?
Eric, if the way this shakes out with the Crabtree ratings, what the word we're getting, Sanford's going to secure up number 4, and this is all contingent on Cheverus beating Deering this afternoon. But if Biddeford wins, they get the 5th spot. If Thornton Academy wins, they get the 5th spot and would play Sanford. And then you got the losers of this game dropping into the number 8 spot, and more than likely taking on either Massabesic or Portland. So a very tough road for the loser of today's game.
Yeah, it certainly is, Jay. Thank you very much. That was kind of our suspicion certainly throughout the game is that is what would happen, and that's a tough road for the loser of this game, no doubt. And we'd like to thank, by the way, Jay Harper very much for his sideline reports. Jay's been doing the play-by-play announcing for Thornton Academy for a number of years, and it's great to have Jay on the sideline and his contributions this afternoon. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Bukovalis nowhere to run. I'm sorry, Ron, I believe I interrupted you there.
No, I was just going to comment on that, Eric, that with Jay on the sideline, I think that's really added a lot to, you know, this ball game.
Yeah, certainly getting those injury updates, which we have no way of doing during the course of a regular season game, is great. Getting coaches' insights at halftime, you just can't do that in a traditional broadcast. And with a sideline reporter here, that just adds another dimension, which is really nice. Second and 10 for the Tigers. Wishbone backfield with 6:28 left in the game. Fake to Deneen. Makos with a lot of room. Lofts it out for Michael Ginn. Incomplete.
Well, that was a great fake by D. Makos. He fooled everybody and had plenty of room in front of him with Marcus Jolin leading the pack, and he had Michael Ginn open too. So that was a real nice play there by Tigers, just didn't complete the pass.
I wonder how Marcus Jolin is feeling. He was not running at 100% there, Ron. It looked like he might have been limping a little bit. So 3rd and 10. So time becoming ever so critical. Thornton Academy closer and closer to possibly winning this game. Again, Wishbone backfield. Makos is going to look for Ginn. Got time, but Ginn's not open. Makos will reverse direction. He's got a lot of room to the left side. Trying to get a block. He gets around the 20, and he may have a first down.
I think he's got enough for the first down. Again, that's D doing his thing, and, you know, not finding anybody open to this side. He reversed direction and had a lot of open field and got enough to get the first down.
Wow.
Big play there by D. Makos.
He ran about 60 to get 10 there, Ron, running completely across the field. I tell you, Biddeford's gotten 2 huge 3rd down conversions to keep this drive alive and keep themselves in the game.
Right, and you know, we've seen this all year. D's has the capabilities of doing that by utilizing his speed and his athletic ability, and again, we see it on a big 3rd down play.
The ball will be marked at the 15-yard line, where Biddeford will start with first down. 5:48 remaining in the ball game. Fake to the fullback. Makos keeps it, and a nice sack in the backfield. Lagan again making the tackle. Ryan Lagan, a senior, makes another fine play.
That almost looked, Eric, like it was a broken play. I'm not sure that everybody went in the same direction on that play. So D just did a nice job of just keeping the ball.
Both teams apparently have 2 timeouts remaining, so I missed one of Biddeford's timeouts earlier. Apparently, scoreboard reads 2 timeouts remaining for both clubs. So they lose 5. It'll be 2nd and 15, and Biddeford really has to score on this possession if they hope to even get the ball back again.
Well, the clock is down to 4 minutes and 55 seconds, and you know, it's running down on the Tigers.
Makos to his right, couple of receivers in that area, lofts it up for Deneen, corner of the end zone. No, out of bounds.
Yeah, he was out of bounds, Eric, and too bad, because that play was very well executed by the Tigers.
Great catch and concentration by Kerry Deneen, but the ball just pushed a little too far outside.
Right. Well, this brings up a 3rd down and 15 yards to go, and with 4:42 left on the scoreboard, as you mentioned, it's a real key situation here for the Tigers to get into the end zone quickly here and still have enough time to score another one.
It really is 2-down territory here, too. They're at the 20. They're out of field goal range, kicking into the wind, so they will take 2 cracks at it here on 3rd and 15.
Well, the thing that's happening is that D's having a lot of time throwing the football, so.
Screen to Eric Willette and tackled for a loss. They lose 6 yards on the play. That's a fantastic play made by Morrill Harper, number 21.
Outstanding play there. Doing his job. You know, I'm sure he's got the screen situation to that side, and you know, it just didn't. That play didn't fool anybody, and very well covered.
Biddeford calls a timeout with 4:23 remaining in the football game. Thornton Academy leads this Battle of the Bridge 28-19.
The waves are crashing and the Blues are playing down at the end of the Blues Raw Bar and Grill. No need to travel to New Orleans to see the best blues performers in the country, or for the most tasty Cajun or Creole cooking either. It's all right here on beautiful York Beach in Maine. After a great meal of Southern or traditional Maine fare, dance the night away and wake up in one of our oceanside suites. Join us for year-round Mardi Gras. Come on and run with the boat, while the moon is shining bright.
The Trojans with all the advantages here. You see the flag flying highly over the visiting stands. They lead it 28-19 with 4:23 remaining in the football game. And while we have a moment before play resumes, again, just like to thank a couple of people in particular, and that my former partner Keith Trefethen. I had the chance to work with Keith for 12 years doing high school sports in Southern Maine. And if you're watching at home, Keith, thanks a lot for the great memories, and certainly to Steve Twombly at Time Warner Cable of Maine for keeping me on the last few years and being a great friend. I appreciate that. And Ron, it's been a lot of fun with you the last 2 years. Very good announcer, and I hope you stay with it, because definitely an asset, Ron.
Thank you, Eric.
4th down play for the Tigers, 4th and 20. Makos gonna throw, steps up in the pocket, gonna run with it to the outside. Can he do it? To the 20. Down, and he fumbles the football, and Robinson recovers for Thornton. He was struggling to get to the 1st down marker and fumbled the football.
Well, you know, D, you know, couldn't find an open receiver, and again tried to scramble, and made it exciting for everybody.
So Biddeford turns it over inside the 20 with 4:12 left, and Thornton Academy in the driver's seat. And Tyler McKinney is back in the football game offensively for Thornton.
And Danny Ryan just went in for D. Makos. I think D needed a break there. Yeah, he needed a little rest on that last play. He got hit pretty well.
5th Biddeford turnover of the game. Foley hands off to McKinney on 1st down, and Peter St. Ange tackles him. So now, I mean, now it's safe to say they're pretty much going to run the ball, Ron.
I would, yeah.
4 minutes left.
They're in that 2 tight ends and straight T backfield, and they're going to keep the ball on the ground.
Biddeford does not use their final timeout here. They have 1 remaining. Thornton Academy has 2. What Thornton needs now is 1st downs to continue to mark time off the clock. And they are taking advantage of all of it here.
Yeah, the Thornton Academy staff are doing a real good job of managing time.
Chaz Cormier gets a couple. Danny Ryan tackles him.
Utilizing their whole 25 seconds and running the next play, and doing a real nice job with that.
Biddeford still keeping the timeout in their pocket here. 3:12 and counting. Big play here because 3rd down and 6. So you'd almost think if Thornton gets 1 1st down, or even 2, it's over. And again, Foley looks to the sidelines. 2:50 left and counting. And they give to McKinney. Short of the first down, it's going to be about 4th and 4. And this is where Biddeford will use their final timeout.
Well, it brings up a 4th down situation, and you know, we've seen it many times where the Tigers don't give up, and they've made some unbelievable comebacks. And I'd say in this situation here, they're probably going to rush the kicker and try to get a block, Eric. And who knows?
Very possible. 2:32 left, I believe. We've got another report from Jay Harper. Jay.
Yeah, Eric, that's set right there. You see Dan Foley looking over to the sideline. The offense coordinator, Craig Agressi, holding a stopwatch, giving him the signal to go ahead and start to play, trying to use as much clock as possible. And Craig Agressi's just done a great job this afternoon at play calling. And, of course, he was a great receiver and DB who had to sit out a Thornton Biddeford game because of injuries. So he's definitely feeling the goodness of being on this side this afternoon.
Yeah, I definitely remember that when Agresti couldn't play in that game, Ron. That was a big loss for Thornton that particular year to not have him available for that game.
Right. Craig was a real good athlete for Thornton Academy, an outstanding basketball player and excellent football player. And I remember that very well because he was in the same class as my son and wasn't able to play in the Biddeford Thornton game.
Biddeford with 10 minutes at the line of scrimmage. They send 9 of them. Wow, and just missed the block. Bukovalis gets turned around and will let the kick roll. And it'll get down at the 29-yard line. Michael Ginn gave it a great effort and almost came up with a block.
It looked like he was going to block it, Eric. I thought, he's done a number of blocks this year, and it just looked like he was going to get another one.
No timeouts for the Tigers. 2:20 remaining, and they trail by 9 points. So Thornton Academy, they can feel it. They may be breaking that 11-game losing streak here this afternoon. But for both of these teams, they will play once again. We will follow the Tigers in the playoffs next week, so stay tuned for that contest across the Time Warner Network.
Well, you win the regular season today, Eric, and then you start another season, which is called the playoff season next week.
Makos obviously going to throw. Looking for Deneen. They've got some deep coverage there, and that is incomplete.
And they've Thornton's inserted Dan Foley into the game here defensively as I'm sure as a secondary person guarding against the pass.
So obviously playing a deep, almost zone type of coverage here. Thornton did that, I think, along the last series too, where they had a lot of the receivers double teamed to try to not give up that big play. Second down coming up, 2:13 left in the game. So Thornton Academy has taken advantage of Biddeford turnovers today and maybe on their way to win this one. Makos to the sidelines to Deneen at the 35, and he gets out of bounds. Very smart play by Kerry Deneen. So a first down for Biddeford, stops the clock at 2:05 when he got out of bounds.
Well, now nice job there by Kerry Deneen of getting as many yards as he possibly could and still step out of bounds and stop the clock.
From the 44, again, Thornton sends, so they've got 5 defensive backs in the game, 3 men at the line of scrimmage. Makos, little hook and ladder again, goes to Bukovalis, and Foley makes the tackle inbounds, which keeps the clock running.
Well, again, we saw that play earlier for a touchdown, and again, it was well executed by the Tigers, but Thornton defensed it a lot better this time. Dan Foley doing a nice job coming up making a tackle.
2nd and 5, 1:43 left. Bukovalis drops the pass. $1:39 left. Third down and 5.
Well, there's 1:39 left on the clock, and a big third down play here for the Tigers.
Looking toward the sidelines, Deneen incomplete, knocked away by Cormier. And the Tigers down to their final play. Well, Well, Thornton Academy did a very nice job here this afternoon, Ron.
They did an outstanding job, really. You know, they came in this game with Dan Foley, you know, not fully 100% and a little rusty, but as he got more reps, he, you know, he showed his thing and did a nice job, and well-played game by both teams.
4th and 5. Makos to Ryan, falls incomplete, and Thornton can begin celebrating with 1:29 left.
Well, it's been a long time, Eric. You know, and that Thornton Academy's beaten Biddeford, and they're going to be happy after this one.
Biddeford has won 16 of the last 17 and 11 in a row. They beat Thornton every game in the 90s with the exception of one. So this is well,
in the last 21 years, Eric, Thornton Academy has beaten Biddeford only 4 times. So you know, this is a very important game for the Thornton Academy Trojans.
And a very well-deserved victory for Thornton Academy. Foley is just going to down the football. Biddeford with no timeouts, so the Trojans will run out the clock. So Thornton Academy may end up playing Sanford next week. They could end up playing Cheverus next week. Have to wait and see, but pretty certain Biddeford will get the 8th seed and either draw Massabesic or Portland, the #1 seed next week. They played very well against Portland a few weeks ago, and it had quite honestly probably their worst game against Massabesic early in the year.
Right, they played extremely well against Portland, and they're very confident against Portland. You know, they think that they can play with Portland and knock them off.
Very good possibility one of these two teams will be in the semifinals in a couple of weeks. One more play may have to be run by Thornton Academy. But again, thanks for joining us on our Game of the Week coverage. And of course, we'll be back for the playoffs next week, and we may try to grab an interview with Jay on the sidelines possibly as you see the Thornton crowd enjoying it as well they should. It's been a long time in coming. That is the final play of the game. So with about 15 seconds left, Thornton Academy breaks the 11-game, 9-year drought, and they will defeat Biddeford 28-19. The first time they've beaten Biddeford at Waterhouse since 1986. As the final seconds tick off, congratulations to Kevin Kiesel, his first game, first Battle of the Bridges head coach, and he wins 28-19. So Thornton finishes 5-3. Biddeford ends the campaign 4-4, and we are going to head down to the sidelines to Jay Harper to see if he can grab the coach for a quick interview. Jay?
All right, Eric. I'm trying to get Coach Kiesel right now. He's a little wet. Coach, shaking hands with some of the Biddeford players. Coach, congratulations on the big victory this afternoon. What's your thoughts? Your first Thornton Biddeford game as head coach, and you come away with a big win.
Hey, Thornton Academy's the hero today. We got so many heroes out there that they're all the heroes. It's Thornton Academy's day. The kids played hard the whole game, and right from the start, right to the end, we're all heroes today. It's a great job. It's a great win for us.
Now, Coach, you talked about using all your backs today at halftime with me, and that certainly paid off in the second half. Pat Davis had a huge second half, as did Tyler McKinney.
We want to keep them fresh because they're playing both ways, and we want to make sure that they can stay healthy and fresh for the whole game. So we try to rotate them as much as possible.
All right, Coach. Congratulations. Go enjoy it. All right, guys, back up to you.
Jay, thank you very much. Jay, very commendable job this afternoon. We certainly appreciate all of your efforts on the sidelines. Again, the final score 28-19 in favor of Thornton Academy, and the better team won here this afternoon. Ron, Thornton made the plays when they had to. They capitalized on Biddeford mistakes, and they end up 5-3. Congratulations to them.
Yep, very well played game, and again, Thornton Academy came in here and did a real nice job. They stayed with their game plan and just did a great job. Yep.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we will come back in just a moment. Again, the final score, York Hospital scoreboard. Thornton Academy wins the Battle of the Bridge over Biddeford 28-19.
TJ Pizza, homemade goodness in every bite. You love our pizza and french fries too, made fresh while you wait, and there's more for you. Bring your family, bring your friends to TJ's Pizza, where the fun never ends. TJ's Pizza,
Biddeford Savings Institution is Maine's oldest mutual savings bank, so I feel comfortable that my money is safe and growing. They help me
go to college, buy a house, start a business, and raise a family. Saco and Biddeford Savings
Feels as strongly about this community as I do. And as the years go by, they'll be right there with me.
To retirement.
SBSI, more bank for your buck.
So 28-19 is our final score once again. So the Tigers will go on the road for a playoff game next week. It's going to be a tough one. The Tigers rarely find themselves in this situation, Ron. They've never been seated below 5th in any playoff year since they started the expanded system in 1991. So this is kind of different. They're going to be playing a top dog next week.
Well, they can play the big spoiler, Eric. You know, when you look at it that way, they're going to come in, they're going to be the underdog, and looking for the big upset.
Yeah, and Thornton Academy is playing, you know, a team, obviously, a very winnable game for them next week, whoever they draw, because it almost seems like the first 3 teams have been the dominant teams, but then the next 5 very evenly matched, as we saw here today.
That's correct. You know, those top 3 teams are tough, and they're going to be tough to beat, but the rest of the pack, you never know. Upsets happen, and this is high school sports, and who knows?
All right. Once again, congratulations to Kevin Kiesel and the entire staff at Thornton Academy on the 28-19 win there. 5-3. Biddeford drops to 4-4, and I guess Steve Twombly is going to step in here for a second. Steve,
my longtime partner for over. Oops. All right, I just couldn't hear myself for a second, but anyways, I just personally want to come on the air, having worked with you now for over 11 years, and this is your last home game here at Biddeford, and certainly you're leaving us on good terms, and you've certainly provided the cable broadcasting business nothing but excellence in broadcasting, and in commemoration of that, I actually have a plaque for you, and it says, "For years of dedication and excellence in high school sports broadcasting," presented
that's great.
From us to you for all the service that Eric has brought, and all the service that Eric's brought us in broadcasting, as Mike's cueing me in the truck because I'm not centered on the camera. But we really can't thank you enough, and personally, being my friend, you've done a lot for us. So
thanks. Thank you very much, Steve.
Service.
I appreciate it very much, and thank you, and again to the folks at home, all the fans who have watched over the past 13 years. Appreciate all of your support and kind words as coming onto the field or leaving the field after a game. It's a difficult decision for me to leave, but one that I'm very comfortable with, and spend some more time with my family, and that certainly means a lot to me as well. So I'd like to thank everyone involved for a wonderful 13 years filled with memories, and hopefully I've created some memories for you at home, and you'll always remember me when you look at the videotape, I guess.
And why don't you give us our final taking us out of this game?
Okay, we will. The final score once again from Waterhouse Field in Biddeford in the 90th Battle of the Bridge. Thornton Academy defeats Biddeford 28-19. For Jay Harper, Ron Cody, Steve Twombly, and the crew, I'm Eric Nelson. Have a nice night.